Hi, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Travis came up with a great question and he emailed it to me and he said, "Hey, Susan, have you ever refused a reading?" It's a great question, Travis. I'm addressing it. Okay. Have I ever refused a reading? The answer is yes. Now you're going to say, why? For a couple reasons. I'm going to give you a couple of examples. One time I was doing a group session with a family, and they had lost father/husband. So she came with her 3 sons, and such a lovely family. And really, all my clients are lovely. I can't say because I'm very thankful and grateful for each and every one of you. But every once in a while, you will have a stickler that kind of ruins things. So when I was in the office and I was doing the readings, everybody was eager. Everybody couldn't wait to make contact, except for one son. The one son was actually terrible. He sat like this, and he had this face of, I don't believe a thing that you're saying. And every time I'm making contact with the dad, here's how spirit relates to me. The spirit's coming when you're open, coming. And then all of a sudden, if somebody is not believing, the spirit's going way, way far out, okay? And it's very, very interesting. So as much as I was trying to make contact with that father, that one person in the room was stopping him from coming through. He would come through, but boom, he'd be pulling back. Now you're going to say, well, is that the spirit wanting to pull back? No, it's our energy that could stop a spirit from coming through. In this case, it was the one son. So finally, I just stopped the session and I said, look, in all due respect, I can tell that the 3 of you are on board with this, except for you. And I looked at the son that wasn't. And he just looked at me and I said, do you not believe? And he goes, not really. And I said, okay, because I never try to convert anybody. I truly do not. I said, then, I'm making contact with your father, but every time he's trying to come through, you're stopping it. So I'm going to have to ask you to wait outside my reception area. And the mother just looked at him and gave him this face like, how could you do this? And I looked at the mother and I said, you don't have to be upset with him. He can feel the way he feels. That's not a problem, but there's no room in my office for him right now. So he looked at me and I said, I'm going to have to ask you to get up and wait outside. And he did. And the mother turned around and she said, Susan, I am so sorry. And the other 2 sons, they didn't know what to say. They were mortified. I said, please don't be upset. I am not angry. I don't want you to be embarrassed. I need this to go well because I know how bad you want to make contact with your father and your husband, I said. With that, it started to come through, and he came through effortlessly. All of a sudden, I get a knock on the door. It's that son that I asked to leave outside. And he came in and he goes, I'm sorry. He said, I'm going to try real hard. And I looked at him, I go, you don't have to try. All that I ask is for you to be open. That's it. Don't stop anything. How about just coming in and just saying to yourself, let's see what happens. That's it. I go, can you do that? He goes, yes. I says, okay. He says, come on back in. Now, as soon as he did that, the arms that were like this, so closed, were not. He sat like a regular, relaxed guy. And it all came through. And not only did the messages come through, personal messages, but messages to him that he ended up crying. It was very, very touching, let me tell you. After it was done, he looked at me and he says, can I hug you? I says, yes. And I hugged him. And I said, I know this is probably a little foreign to you. He goes, it was. And to tell you the truth, I didn't believe. I was a skeptic. And I have to say thank you. But wow, I couldn't believe what came through. I said, do you see the power of your energy, how it can affect even spirits that have crossed? So yes. Another time I had a woman, and she came into the office and she wanted to hear what she wanted to hear. I already knew this. She was separated from her husband and she wanted to hear that she was going, that if I could see her getting back with him. And unfortunately, I never could see that. And I knew that she was the difficult one because I just saw what I saw. But I was very careful in how I said it. And I said, unfortunately, he's not ready to come back. He may never be ready to come back. She got so angry at me to the point where she almost became physical with me. You're going to say, are you kidding? No, I'm not. I had to ask her to leave. Didn't even charge her, didn't even want her money. And I literally just told her and asked her politely, you're not ready for this and you're not ready to hear what you need to hear. So I'm going to ask you to leave. And she was ruthless, let me tell you. Since then, I made it a promise and a practice that I will not read anyone unless either you're open and you're ready. If you are not ready, please don't come see me. If you are not open, please don't come see me. I am not asking you even to be 100% a believer, but be open. That is your job as a client to come into. I ask nothing of anybody, but that's what you need to do. So, if somebody is not on board, I am not going to convert you. That is not my job to do that. You are perfectly free to believe what you want. But on the same token, don't ruin it for others that do believe. I say that all the time. So with that said, Travis, I hope this answered your question. I hope it gave a lot of people a greater understanding to what makes a really good reading. And, you know, there's a lot of people out there that want readings, and there is a wait to come see me. I would rather give my time to people that deserve it and need it. I'm not out to prove to the world who I am. I've been doing this for 41 years. Yes, 41 years. I don't need to prove anything to anybody. But I would rather redirect it to somebody who will cherish the readings, who will understand what it's like to receive messages and being grateful for the other side. That's where I would like to put my energy in. Okay, so for all the ones that are waiting to do readings or wish they could do readings, do it. It is an experience to never be forgotten, and it does bring you closer on so many levels, not only to the afterlife, but to God. Okay, so I hope this helped. I hope this gave food for thought. Please subscribe YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and I hope all of you have a great rest of the week. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.